To everybody who just tuned in, stick with us and we'll be live in just a moment. Everyone, welcome to this high strength of field broadcast race here for the Xfinity Series and iRacing, brought to you by Area 51 right here in the Alien Factory Discord. I've got alongside me my two broadcast partners for the night. The first one I'm going to mention is the man, the myth, the legend, also number one team driver, Robert Cook, and the Admiral Tracy Rumschlag. Guys, thanks for joining me for this broadcast tonight.
Drop your beer, grab your gear. The Admiral's here. We are at virtual Richmond tonight, and we have a stacked field. We have one of the Coca-Cola Sports, Derek Justice. He's in here tonight. We've got a lot of heavy hitters. One thing to note before we start the race, the last 3 weeks winner, Boyd Hogan, is not in the field.
I want to know who is this Daniel Buttafuoco.
Well, we are about to find out who Daniel Buttafuoco is, because he is starting in the rear with the gear and also with Derek Justice. So we're going to see how they play out, see who's going to be the movers and the shakers for this race. And we got 2 laps to green.
Yeah, this is one of those short tracks, Tracy. So instead of doing 1 lap, they do 2 pace laps there before the green flag here at Richmond. It's one of the larger short tracks, though.
Right, I think it's almost 3/4 of a mile around. And we have Ryko's team driver, Cody Trelindy, also a friend of the channel, starting from the pole tonight with a 21.6. He dominated the qualifying and starting pole position. So hopefully Cody will have a better week than he did last week. He had a rough week last week. Didn't really get to follow up on with him to see what happened, so we're not sure there. But he's in good spirits. He was part of the show last night watching.
I don't know, that 21.6, that is flying. I don't know how you kept the wheels on the dang thing.
There we are. There is Cody. We got the camera right on his red and black Ryko machine there.
All right, guys, let's get ready to roll here. Another half a lap. We'll be going. We will be going 120 virtual laps tonight. See how they do. Coming down for the start. We have a green flag. Cody Trelindy launched off the start, going right to the lead. Not playing around tonight. He's going to get back what he lost last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you see Cody went up high there when he got out in front of the outside line and then darted down low, and that's the preferred line here. You start high in turn 1 and you go low down to the bottom and exit out. But the only problem with that is, Tracy, is that that opens you up to somebody who wants to dive bomb below you and shoot down below you. And we'll see if that causes any incidents here in this race tonight.
Yeah, hopefully up front it doesn't. These guys should be pretty seasoned and not let that happen. 120 laps, we're not bombing it on the first lap. It don't pay anything. Got a couple little double wide back there for 10th on back. They're trying to get it sorted out. Looks like the front runners are first, second, and third are getting it settled in right now. Single file. Nice clean start. Everybody getting settled down, getting through the nerves. Should be a good little race right here. Cody's setting a nice pace, not doing anything crazy. Not pushing the car.
Yeah, right behind Cody is Parker S. White. Then you got Octavio Rondinetto. And then in 4th place, John Jenkins. 5th place, Cody's teammate Spencer Kosowicz. Then in 6th place, you got Jay Jensen. 7th place, Brandon Schmidt. 8th place, Barrett Bonner. And in 9th place, you have John Wettendorf. And in 10th place, we have Julian Pastor, who just passed Matt Rusi into 10th position. So, Trace, that is your top 5 as we start here 5 laps into the race.
All right, well, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the back here where Derek Justice is. I want to see what he does. He's probably streaming for one if anybody follows it. Yeah, he's starting to carve up the field coming to the front. So we'll watch him, and we are going to watch the one car, Daniel Buttafuoco, and see what he does, too.
The back, man, he's already moved himself up the mid-pack. Derek Justice, he was in 16th. He's battling for that 16th position now. My grid showed him in 17th, but he's right there in the mix battling for 16th position. So Derek Justice already moved himself halfway up the field.
Yeah, and we got Daniel. He's about 4 car lengths ahead, too, so. Daniel, he started 24th. He's currently 12th, so he's plus 12. And then we got Derek, who started 25th, and he's currently 17th, shown on the grid, or shown on the board. It's interesting to have Derek here tonight. Not sure what they're doing with the esports stuff. Yep, Derek's still on the march. Clicking him off about a position a lap. Whoa, getting a little oh. One of the cars getting it wrong back there.
Take it in 3 wide. Kind of panic.
Somebody just sent it in the back behind Derek. Almost wadded him up and got our first caution. Not sure who that is at the current time. Things are settling down nicely. See how long. Anybody know what the pit strategy is this track on 120 laps? You know what the fuel mileage is? Anybody?
Well, the last time I raced here, I think you can push it close to 1 tank of gas for the whole race if it went green the whole time.
Really?
But your tires fall off, so really, you have to count, how far you go down and how much time per lap you be making up in order to stay out. I know if there's at least 1 caution, you definitely can make it all the way, but it's tight. It's tight on 1 tank if it's green the whole race from start to finish.
Okay. Well, Cody still has a comfortable lead. He's got a 3-car length lead over Parker White right now. Not too much going on up front. Those guys are just logging laps right now, I'm sure, just getting the tires at the hot pressure settings and rolling with that. So everybody's playing nice in the top 10 there. Nobody's really putting pressure on anybody. I noticed we have a lot of the same players that carried over from last week. Octavio Rondoletto, he was a player last week. I believe he may have faded last week during the run. Lost a few spots, not sure where he finished. John Jenkins comes to mind. Spencer Kostowitz, he's been a name for every week we've had him here. So he's a household name here. He does a good job. Got Jay Jensen, Brandon Schmidt, John. Well, you're gonna have to help me on this one, Mike. Wintendorf? Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, John, we apologize about hacking your name, dude. Sorry. He's in 8th, and then we got Barrett Bonner, and then is it Julian Martinez Pastor in top 10?
Absolutely, we're riding along right now with Octavio Rondoletto, and kind of look at his stats here as we watch him in this race. Right now he is a half second behind the leader. His I rating is a 61.77, very respectable. His license safety rating is an A license, 3.55 safety rating. He is currently running 3rd place in this race. His fastest lap was a 22.0, and his last lap was a 22.6. So he has about a 0.6 second fall off so far after 18 laps, which is not bad as well.
Now, for those keeping score at home, we've got Parker White at the current time has the fastest lap at a 22.024, and then Cody Trelindy has got the lap averages covered right now. He is definitely the pace setter. After lap 15, he's still clicking them off. He's got Parker S. White just by a couple thousandths, so it's not really that far off. I'm sure Parker's probably just riding right now, saving some tires, but Cody is definitely the pace setter.
Yep, and as you stated early, Cody is your championship points leader so far in this 39-week season here in iRacing for Xfinity Open. And he's got a 373-point lead prior to this race starting. If you guys watched the podcast last night, whenever we covered the leaderboard and our wall of shame both, you would be aware that 373-point lead that Cody currently has. Said at one point he was over a 400-point lead there at one point this season. And his lead's also been as small as 14 championship points as well, Tracy.
Yeah, he stretched it out. He's doing good. Like I said, he's coming back this week. He's trying to make up for what he wasn't able to get last week. So I'm sure he's on a mission here. See how he ends up.
Yeah, and as we switch cars from Octavio's car over to Brandon Schmidt's car, Jay Jensen was right in front of Brandon Schmidt, and we saw some sparks fly as Jay scrubbed the wall there in his that black car that he's driving.
What did I miss? My nephew came over. What I missed? What I missed?
Nothing really. We're still under green, and Cody Trelindy has a 3-car length lead over Parker White. And Parker, he was the fastest lap, but Cody's the pace setter. Right now we're going back trying to see the Hard Charger Award, the Area 51 Alien Factory Hard Charger Award. Looking for them. I'm thinking Derek Justice and probably Daniel Buttafuoco are probably going to be in that. Yeah, it looks like Derek settled down. He's leading the best of the rest right now.
There's one thing I've noticed, Tracy. There's a lot of Ryko machines in this race. I mean, you're looking at Cody Trelindy, the leader right now, and then just right behind him, I believe. Let's see. About in the 5th place, you have Spencer Kosowicz, and then is Jay Jensen? Is he driving a Ryko machine as well?
I can't answer that. I don't know what he's got on his car.
Yes, he is. He's driving a white Ryko machine there, right in front of Brandon Schmidt. So several Ryko cars starting here in your top 10. You also have Barrett Bonner, who I believe races for EPI, representing them this week. He is currently running 9th place.
Daniel Buttafuoco is in 12th. I like that name, Daniel Buttafuoco.
Yeah. Daniel is up 12 spots, and we've got Derek Justice. He's up 11 spots. So, checking in.
My nephew was saying Joey Buttafuoco was the redheaded guy and all I guess, Married with Children.
Well, we definitely have some heavy hitters in this race, Trace. I mean, my goodness, Tyler Justice, our Coca-Cola Pro driver, he's the number 3 car in this race. Daniel Buttafuoco is number 1 car as far as the iRacing numbers go. And then the number 2 car is Parker S. White. Yep.
So, I said that right. I said that Buttafuoco is the guy in the Partridge family. That's right, Partridge family.
That was Danny.
Danny Buttafuoco, yeah.
Right. I don't know. We'll have to see. Get an interview with Daniel here and see what. Maybe it's him.
Well, maybe we'll get that, and we'll get Junior to come along as well.
Let's take a look at the driver in this race with the highest I rating. His I rating is 7,340. License is an A, 4.65. His current position is 12th that he's running. He's really worked his way up from the back. And fastest lap of the race, 22.2. Currently running a 22.9. It's only 7/10 fall off, and we are 30 laps into this race, Tracy. That is very respectable, and that's why he is a contender for our Area 51 Hard Charger Award.
That's great.
Made that pass with Matt Rusi. Just made that pass. Close. Almost touched.
Cody's still our pace leader right now. Yeah, our 30-lap averages are coming in. Looks like Cody is still on the pace. Looks like Parker, though, is riding. He's right on top of him with our 30-lap average. He's within, wow, get this, 0.06 of a second in terms of 30 laps. So I would say Parker's just holding back a little bit.
Listen, guys, I just want to tell you, we bring you the latest news here at Area 51, right here in the Alien Factory broadcast booth. I just got a message with a big announcement, hot off the presses, to myself here in Discord, a personal private message from Ken Byron, the owner of Ryko Motorsports, and he is proud to announce, he says, announcement number 1, he said, we're super proud to announce that we will now be the power behind Elliott Sadler Esports. So ESE, Elliott Sadler Esports. That's at Sadler Esports on Twitter. We are super excited to add Garrett Maines Liam Brotherton, Dylan Alt, and Blade Witt to our Coke lineup, joining Ryan Luza and Darik Bordeaux. I always butcher his name every time I say it. Bordeaux, yeah, Bordeaux. So they are all now a part of Ryko's Coca-Cola team, and they are now in partnership and the power behind Elliott Sadler Esports Racing. So that is
congratulations to them.
And so Ken just sent that to me during the broadcast, so I'm assuming he wanted me to announce it and get that word out there during the broadcast.
Yeah, that's some heavy hitters there. There's some movers and shakers and some guys that are real established that do a real nice job. That's a serious contender for a team right there. I think Ken can be proud of that. That's definitely a great effort there.
Daniel Buttafuoco is now in 10th.
And we're riding right there beside him in his passenger seat. Let's go check in with our race leader, Cody Trelindy, the number 7 car, which is stamped by iRacing in this race, but he is running a custom number 09 in that Ryko machine. Look at that, 1, 2, and 3, Tracy, right there together, all lined up, nose to tail, going around this racetrack.
Yeah, I think Parker's still riding, and also John Jenkins. I'm sure they're just sitting there saving stuff. They don't want to go any faster than what Cody's doing.
They're going to be catching up to lap cars pretty quickly. See how good they get around them.
And if you notice, those guys are riding in a pack, and they left 4th place already. There's a big gap there. You've got 1.7 second gap between 3rd and 4th. So those guys got it figured out right now. They're not going to do anything crazy.
Well, Daniel Buttafuoco is now in 9th place.
I tell you what, I want to take a second here just to give another shout out, and that is to Ron Walsh of Fast Lane Racing. He sent me before this race an extra camera.
They still call it that?
Fast Lane. Yeah, they still call it that, Fast Lane. They got a sponsorship by Perrin. But anyway, Ron sent me a camera pack for a bunch of tracks, including Richmond, which we're at right now. So a lot of these cool camera angles we got going on is courtesy of Ron Walsh, man. We appreciate it. And if any of you guys out there have anything like that you want to send to help make the broadcast better, we appreciate it here at Area 51. And we are using some of those cameras now. This is the NASCAR official 2017 camera angles that we're in right now as we go inside the car and I'll back out of Cody Trelindy. And just for you, Ron, appreciate it. We are going to go down to one of the other cameras angles that he sent us, and that is the Crank It Up camera. And we're going to head right down on the track right now, and we're going to crank it up with the leaders. Tracy, let's look now back towards the back of the field to see who we got back there this week. Brett Inskeep has been struggling a bit. He is currently 2 laps down in 27th position. And as we look right there, we see his car setting in pit road. That's the number 25 car of Brett Inskeep. And then we just saw it disappear. Joshua O'Connor, who usually finishes pretty strong in these strength of field races here, he's struggling a bit tonight. He is the number 26 car in this race, and he is currently in 25th position there on the track, still on the lead lap. Moving on.
I was going to say, Scotty was in here. Scotty was in the thing, and he just disconnected. I was wondering if he's going to come and join us.
We may have another member of the broadcast team there, Scotty Stevens, Scooter himself, join us. Appreciate you joining the broadcast here, Scooter.
Yeah, I had a financial meeting I had to attend to the association tonight. That's why I was late.
Well, glad you made it. And here we go. As we look up through here, we got Jacob Reeves there. He is the number 22 car running 23rd, separated a little bit. Ricky Udding, always like to call out friends of the channel. Ricky Udding, he is there in his signature Pepsi car. He is the number 18 car in this race as far as iRating goes, and running in 21st position. His teammate from Fastlane Racing is John Vanderwall. He is the number 20 car running in 20th position.
Now, I noticed Ricky he's dropped. He started 14th. He's currently 21st, so he's down 7 positions. Hopefully everything's good there. Maybe he's just made an early pit stop or something. But I see the 5 car is stuck on pit road. Not sure the story there. That looks like a pay-to-win car.
We're having a fight for 5th place right now.
Looks like Spencer Kosowicz just made the pass, or he's running side by side anyway. We're in the car with Spencer right now. Yeah,
They've been going at it for a few laps now.
Yeah, I like to give guys shout outs everywhere in the pack, even the front, the middle, the back, because here's the thing, in these strength of field races, guys, these are the guys that finish in top 5, top 10 all week long, top 5 in most races. But the problem is you get in these strength of field races where the strength of field is 5,000. The strength of field of this race is exactly 5,005 I rating is your average strength of field. So a lot of these guys are the 5 car, the 6 car, the 4 car in a lot of races during the week. They're like the 20 car in this race. So it's always interesting to point out a lot of the people who are watching these broadcasts race with all the guys in this race throughout the week. And it's pretty cool to see how you put the best of the best all in one race. It's kind of cool to see how everything sorts out each week.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm keeping an eye on Daniel Buttafuoco. He's our Area 51 Alien Head podcast hard charger right now. He started 24th, is currently 8th, and he has 4 cars in front of him, and they're all for like 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So he can get a major chunk here at the rate he's going. Looks like Derek Justice kind of stalled out a little bit. He's still riding back there in 14th, but tell you what, Daniel looks like he has it figured out.
They've been fighting for quite a while for 5th place. Quite a while.
I'll tell you what, that's where the action is. It's not just 5th, it's 4. I think it's 4th as well, because they're right there against Octavio Rondonato. And so 4th place, 5th place, 6th place, 7th place, 8th place is all bunched up right there together, and they're racing side by side, Tracy. This is the battle on the track right now. You got 2 deep side by side.
Octavio, he always seems to be in the middle of it, that's for sure. I'm not sure if he's fading a little bit here or if everybody else is just getting better on him.
They finally settled who's going to be in 5th place.
Well, but the leaders now, the 1, 2, and 3, you can see them off in the distance. They have pulled away a bit from the rest of the pack. It's Cody Trelindy, Parker White, and John Jenkins have all pulled away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, they've got a 4-second lead on this second pack here.
Yeah, but you see several Ryko cars in that second pack, at least 2 of them. You've got Jay Jensen and Spencer Kosowicz there for Ryko in that second pack, and then you got Cody Trelindy leading the race for Ryko in position 1 there as the race leader. And he's been the race leader for all 55 of these green flag laps.
Looks like it's go time for Daniel. He's starting to root his way up through there.
He's not really rooting. He just got to take it slow and easy and passing him without too much of an effort,
Well, he just moved his way into 6th place behind Spencer Kosowicz in that Ryko machine.
Yeah, he leaned on Spencer just a little bit, but they play good. He's looking at the big picture right now. We're not even...
got a little bit loose behind and got back on the throttle a little too soon.
Yeah, we're coming up to halfway here in about 4 laps, so we'll see what happens.
Can you make it with no stop?
We were talking about that at the beginning of the broadcast. Mike said you can.
It's tough without a caution, but it's tough. With a
Daniel gave Spencer the bumper there, so he's telling him he's coming. There he goes, starting to make the pass. He'll be 4th place here in a few minutes. He's got to get around Octavio right now. Octavio running a good race. Looks like he's mindful of everybody, but he definitely doesn't want to give that spot up.
We're testing out all these great new camera angles, again provided by Fastlane Racing's Ron Walsh. We just had the fan cam up there a second ago, and that was a camera right there in the stands, and you were seeing what the virtual fans see here at virtual Richmond Raceway. We're still sticking with this second pack. There's a lot of racing going on here. Now Octavio and Daniel are side by side racing as well. Yep,
looks like Octavio's going to give it up. He's probably just using up too much tire trying to race with Daniel right now, and he could.
Had a long race, quite a while laps. Quite a laps going on for 4th place. So
yeah, it looks like they've sorted it out now. You got Daniel Buttafuoco now in 4th. Octavio is in 5th. Spencer Kosowicz in 6th. Brandon Schmidt in 7th. Jay Jensen in 8th place, and his whole pack, they're still running nose to tail, but they're all single file right now, so they've kind of got it all sorted out.
All right, we are at halfway, guys, so the halfway challenge money's up. Looks like Cody Trelindy's going to cash in on that this week.
We're checking back in with the lead pack, Tracy, and they are all bumper to bumper again. 1, 2, 3. You got a train going there with Cody Trelindy as the engine, and you got John Jenkins running as the caboose in the back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what them guys do as the race progresses, because they did a nice job just riding together, pulled away. They've got a 4-second lead, actually 5-second lead over Daniel Buttafuoco. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, but that lead is coming down quickly. He was a 5.5. Now he's 5.3.
It'll be interesting to see if Daniel can cover that spread. Not sure if they're going to need tires or not, so we'll see what happens. You know, last week's winner, wasn't that Eduardo?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was, Eduardo, yes.
Yeah, I see he was in the room here, but apparently he's not racing tonight. It's interesting that some of these guys, some of the heavy hitters from the previous weeks aren't in on this little short track stuff. And really, Richmond's not a short track, but, well, we've got a car coming. Oh, somebody was coming in, just missed pit road.
It's easy done here.
Looks like that's Barrett Bonner coming in. He's actually coming into pit road. We're going to check in now with the guys hitting the pit stops. It's Barrett Bonner. He's in the number 4 car coming in there to pit road. And he is actually a Ryko driver. I misspoke earlier. I thought he raced for Elite Performance Industries, but he does not. As you can see there on the side of his car, that is a Ryko machine.
Yeah, we've got guys making pit stops now. These must be scheduled stops, so it'll be interesting to see what the leaders do here. I think I'll keep an eye on Cody and the kids, see what happens here.
We got Matt Rusi coming in now, and Brandon Schmidt's coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be just beneficial to stay out till a caution comes out, if you can make it.
Well, it depends how much the fall off is on those tires. You have to calculate it and figure it out.
I think a couple more laps, it's going to be under 5 seconds, and Daniel will be.
You have the 88 car coming out of the pits now. Brandon Schmidt's coming out of the pits along with Barrett Bonner and Travis Rogers as well. Another Ryko driver there, Travis Rogers. There's a lot of Ryko machines in this race. So Travis Rogers comes back out on the track as a 23 car in 26th position after that pit stop is 2 laps down. And you have most of the guys that just took that pit stop that are still that were part of the lead pack there. They're all 1 lap down now. Jay Jensen, Derek Mamerchi, Matt Rusi, Brandon Schmidt, Barrett Bonner, Ricky Utting, Travis Rogers are all now 1 lap down. Actually, Travis is 2 laps down.
Daniel Buttafuoco is just a little bit faster than Cody right now.
Yeah, I'm going to head over to the Stint Analyzer scoreboard and check out what our times are with these guys. See if Cody is still the pace setter. Let's see where Daniel is. Daniel is definitely in the green, so he's definitely moving towards the front for sure. Yeah,
I can do that without that analyzer. I just looked at their time.
Right. Well, that's what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at the whole picture, not just part of it. It looks like Daniel is only like 100th of a second average-wise off, so he's not too far off. We'll see what Cody's fall-off looks like.
Oh, the leaders are pitting.
Leaders are pitting. There it is.
There you go.
Heard it here first. Cody Trelindy has had enough. He's ready for some tires.
There's Jay Jenkins getting a couple of fresh Goodyears on that number 7 car.
I'm watching Cody stop right now. He's got the, looks like the number 1 pit stall.
I figured Daniel Buttafuoco would be going in. I like to say that name, Buttafuoco.
pitting this time.
He might be on that same theory you're talking about. Maybe waiting for that caution, stay out a little bit extra.
Well, yeah, we got Spencer Kosowick's coming in. Derek Justice is coming in. We got all kinds of guys now coming in here to the pits.
Cody, he's out clean. He's back up to speed now. See where he sorts out.
There's Derek Justice. He's coming back out with that set of fresh Goodyears and probably a little bit of gas in the tank, maybe 2 or 3 gallons splash of gas as well. He popped right out in front of Ricky Utting.
Yeah, we've got a little bit less than 50 laps to go here to the end of this thing.
All right, guys, here comes some more guys in here to the pits coming out. We have Jacob Reeves coming out now. Several other guys. Here's Will C. Farmer. Looks like he's in the pits. I'm not sure what's going on there. He may just be sitting in the pits. He's got some damage on that car. And it doesn't look like there's any tires being changed either. He's a 21 car, currently in 26th position. Brandon Schmidt and Jay Jensen and Spencer Kosowick's all on the move now. As you see John Witterdorf, he's dropping back. Looks like he's going down to the bottom in the pit row right now. We'll stick with him as he gets a set of fresh Goodyears on that car as well.
There's only 9 cars on lead lap right now.
Yep.
Looks like John Windledorf is back out on the track. Now we got a few more guys dropping back. Justin R. Smith coming into the pits. Along with the 21 car, they are headed out now of the pits with the fresh Goodyears.
I'll tell you what, if there's a caution flag right now, they are going to put some guys a lap down. Parker S. White is going to look like a hero here.
Here's another
and we got Daniel Buttafuoco is in second. I'm going to tell you what, the Area 51 Alien Factory Podcast Hard Charger Award, he started 24th. He is currently second. Second.
Jesse Prize just came out of the pits. He's a 17 car now, currently in 27th after that pit stop with that TikTok paint job on his car. So a lot of guys are pitting. There's only a few guys left down the track that have not pitted yet.
Top 4.
Yep, you're looking at Parker White, Daniel Buttafuoco, Julian Pastor, Johnny Baldridge, and Jacob Grube have not pitted yet.
Daniel got pitted in and he got hit.
Why would you pit from the top?
Then he pulled back out on the track after he got hit. Let's get back out and look at that replay of what just happened to Daniel Buttafuoco, guys.
Called it out. He called it out.
The replay is brought to you by the Alien Factory Podcast, Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Here we go.
Oh, he missed it again.
He comes in and he gets hit by Cody Trelindy. Cody bumps him on the rear end. Barely. I don't think Cody meant to do that. He barely hit his right right bumper, rear right corner there. Cody tapped him.
Daniel was going into pits again, and he missed the pits.
He come back.
Hopefully Cody doesn't get into overheating problems. He doesn't need another bad week here.
Well, he didn't tap him square. He just tapped him in the corner of his bumper as well. So it wasn't a square hit. And here we go, watch him trying to get in there again, Daniel Buttafuoco. And yeah, Robert's right. He looks like he's going to miss pit road again a second time. Wow, guys. There was a car there, and I guess he couldn't get slowed down in time, and he missed pit road again.
Okay, he's going in now.
He's coming.
Oh, he missed again.
There's something wrong.
I'm telling you, this is a hard track to get in there. You got to really slow down.
Daniel Buttafuoco comes down again to pit. Not there. Wow.
You're welcome, bud.
I'm following him around the track here again. At this point, he might commit to stay out to see if there's a caution.
What a disaster for the hard charger.
He missed it again. That's the 4th entrance in the pit. He missed it. Or maybe he went around one.
He got it. He got it now. He's in now.
I'm behind. We're fast forwarding here in the broadcast behind the live broadcast. So this may be his either 3rd or 4th attempt. I think 4th attempt. And he's got it. Wow.
That hurt.
Talk about going from hero to zero in one lap. Man.
I still bet he'll do pretty good.
Well, let's check in with Cody Trelindy. He is in 5th place now on those fresh tires. He pitted on lap 71. In front of him is Jay Jenkins, who pitted on lap 70. And you still have your top 3, Parker White, Julian Pastor, and Johnny Baldridge, have not pitted yet. Repeat, have not pitted.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We get a caution flag here. It's going to put a lot of guys down, a lot of good cars.
Cody is actually on the lead lap, and he's already pitted. He is, I think, ahead or just behind, one of the two. He's either almost back on the lead lap or just barely on the lead lap. Having a hard time, figuring that out from these camera angles here. But Cody's in good position here.
And Buttafuoco is in 19th right now, lap down. Parker has not pitted yet.
No, he hasn't.
Did Buttafuoco ever make it to the pit?
Finally,
Took like
yes.
4 laps. He had a rough go, man. He was... I don't know what to think. He's got to be frustrated behind that wheel. He's got to settle down and see what he can get here.
Yeah, Cody Trelindy, I confirmed it. He is on the lead lap. So you got Matt Rusi and Cody Trelindy, the only guys that went into pit for tires that are still on the lead lap. Matt Rusi went in on lap 65. Cody went in on lap 71, and John Jenkins as well. There's 3 of them. John Jenkins went in on lap 70, and he's on the lead lap as well. So you got 3 cars that have fresh tires that are still in the lead lap. So if there's a caution, those 3 cars are setting awfully pretty. They can go in and get fresh tires again and still be on the lead lap.
Yeah, Parker S. White, he is still riding around. His lap times right now are 23.5 compared to 22.8 up front with guys on new tires. So that may be your caution there if he continues and gets it wrong. Somebody's going to run him over, but hopefully that's not the case.
But right now he's got a 12-second lead for Tim and the second place guy.
Yeah, after the pit stops, there's a few guys that had really great pit stops that worked out for. Ricky Udding was back last time we checked in with him. He was back in the 20s, like 21st position, somewhere around there. He's the 18 car. He's worked his way up to 5th place. He pitted a lap 66. His teammate, John Vanderwall, he didn't fare quite as well. He stayed out a little longer. The 20 car, he's up to 19th position now, just past Johnny Baldridge for 19th, and he pitted on lap 75. So a couple of the guys back there that are friends of the channel, they're working their way up a bit, and for being the 18 car in 14th position in this high of a field, Trace is pretty respectable.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's some tough guys out there, that's for sure. Some guys had some bad luck. Some guys are having some good luck in a good race. This track seems to fit their style, that kind of stuff.
This track is gone for long runs.
Yeah, Anthony Federico, who's usually a great finisher here in these strength of field races, he's currently running in 13th position, and Anthony pitted on lap 68. So John Jenkins is now in 3rd place. We have one of the guys that was staying out now go in for tires. It looks like the only 2 guys left out in the field is Parker and Julian Pastor. But it looks like one of them just dropped in for tires himself. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. John Jenkins, Parker White's the only one left out there in the lead pack.
Yeah, Parker looks like he's going flag to flag here. I think he's going to take it to the house. Because we're on lap 93. We've only got, 27 laps to go. I'm thinking he's probably betting that those guys, even on fresh tires, can't make up that amount of time. And I have to say, he's probably right unless this thing falls off the planet. He's still running 23 4s, 23 5s, so he's still being consistent on his fall off. But it'll be interesting to see if he can hold on for this. If he does, it's going to be a great drive for him.
Well, he needs to have a decent lead because at this point, Julian Pastor, he did not go in. I was trying to figure out what happened to him. He did not go in for tires. He's still out there running. He's still out there running strong on the track. However, he has dropped back into 3rd position now. John Jenkins is in 2nd place, and he is the first driver that's already pitted. He pitted a lap 70, followed by Cody Trelindy. Cody Trelindy's getting ready to pass Julian Pastor right now. As you can see them on the screen as Cody goes down below to make the pass here going into turn 3.
Yeah, I'd say Parker's days are numbered then.
Yeah, they scrape a little paint there as Cody and him scrape doors. Julian not giving it up easy, and there we go. Cody Trelindy now going into turn 1, coming out of turn 2, gets around him. So Cody Trelindy now in 3rd place following John Jenkins, and Parker White is your leader. And if you look at the lead that he has, it's not huge. He's looking at there's about a 9-second lead that Parker has on John Jenkins. So we'll see how long it takes for that gap to get filled.
Well, John Jenkins just ran a 22.9 versus Parker White's 23.4. So you're talking a half a second. So how many laps have we got on that spread? So he's got 10 seconds. You're talking 20 laps. I'm going to tell you what, this is going to come down to probably within 5 laps, you guys are going to have a race on your hands. We got it.
Yellow.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
But you know where that happened?
I was doing the math, Tracy. He'd already cut it down below 9 seconds. He was down to like 8.8 seconds interval between the second place car. John Jenkins said Cody Trelindy was right behind him. So yeah, it was a math game. We and you were both crunching the numbers in our head, and it was going to be interesting if it hadn't been for that caution. Let's go back now. The replays are sponsored by the Alien Factory podcast. Let's go back right now and check out and see what happened there with that caution. I believe it was the number 13 car, or at least that's the number on the car. You guys would have to tell me if it's a different iRacing number, or if it's a different stamp number. But I'm going to head back to the 13 car right now, if I can find it, Johnny Baldridge, and see if that was him as we go back and hit the replay button. And it was. It was Johnny Baldridge. He's in the 13 car. Looks like the number 13 to 22 straight doors maybe there. Oh, and the 22 sitting for a ride, hitting 3 times in the rear end. Wow. Tracy, can you guys see on the monitor there? Let's go back and check this out.
I don't know if he initially contacted them. It looked like he just got loose and then got contacted.
I believe I heard a bump on my in the monitor here on the audio.
I can't hear it.
Let's go. Chase.
I was gonna say, I wonder if he sent him a message from a couple laps earlier, maybe where it may be running wrong.
Yep, there it is. There's the first contact. It was a square bump in the rear end right here. He comes in hard. The 20.
Yeah, he sent it.
Yep, he sent it.
There's one.
Give him a square contact. There's one, gets him loose. And then here's
lays
2.
off him.
There's
gets
2.
him again.
That was not good enough, huh?
And here's
that is a 3.
Wow. Who was that 22 car?
I don't know, but he looked upset.
Jacob Reeves?
Yes, that was.
Jacob
I can
B.
believe
Reeves.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. Jacob B. Reeves. He is a Elite Performance Industries driver here with a little bit of shenanigans on the track. There was a little bit of, maybe he was getting him back for that contact right there around the front stretch. They scraped doors right there on the front stretch. It looks like Johnny Baldridge came up and smacked his door.
Yeah,
maybe this is a little payback for a receipt for that door bang there.
I'm thinking it was.
That's a little bit much, don't you think?
and there's 3.
He just made sure he went around.
Yeah, the third one was for good measure, just in case the first 2 didn't do the trick.
Right, exactly. That way we couldn't run him up into the wall and take him out too. But message received.
All right, let's catch back up here with the live action.
I'll tell you what, we have got Parker up front. We got Cody back into it now. He's got to be relieved with all that, with what happened to him over the last few laps there. Getting into who was it he got into? The one car, I think it was. Yeah, Daniel. Getting into Daniel. Now, Daniel Buttafuoco, our hard charger at the time, he's down a lap. He's first car down a lap. I don't know if he'll get the wave around on this or not, but looks like they gained a whole bunch of guys back on the lead lap.
Yeah,
Parker didn't pit, did he?
Well, pit strategy is going to be interesting. Yeah, Parker did. He just went in right there on lap 100. You had Parker went in on lap 100, Cody Trelindy, John Jenkins, Julio Pastor. Just about everybody down to position 12 went in. Everybody else is getting the wave around. But positions 1 through 12 all went in right there in that pit stop. And everybody else in the track past position 12 are going to get wave arounds here. And you see the wave around cars taking off as we're heading to 1 to go to green. And we have the top guys filling in here behind the pace car. So let's see how pit strategy played out for him here, Trace, as we get ready to take the green. You got Parker still in first place with fresh tires. The top 12 has fresh tires. Parker's in first. Cody Trelindy in second. John Jenkins, number 3, is in third place. Julian Pastor is in fourth place. Matt Rusi now has made a huge jump here with his
Here we go,
strategy.
guys.
He's in fifth place. And the
Parker
leader
got a big
Parker
jump.
got a huge jump. And we are under green here
Oh, we got
on
somebody
lap 1
spinning
and
out.
3.
We got 16 laps to go, so hold on, because ain't nobody going to be saving anything now.
Yeah, hold on to your britches. Oh, John Jenkins got real loose coming out of 2, and it looks like Cody is on his outside. John Jenkins making a big move there for second place on Cody Trelindy.
Nope. John Jenkins has his hands full. Man, that was a four-wheel slide trying to stay off of Cody. Cody diving down to the bottom.
Yeah, Cody's making a move on Parker right now for first place.
Yes, he is. They are door-to-door right now. And Cody isn't going to quit, especially after last week. He's going to make up for that. It's going to be redemption time.
I tell you what, John Jenkins, he is getting pretty aggressive. I wouldn't put it past him, take it 3 wide if he could. Cody better watch out for him darting down here in turn 1, and he does.
Oh, yes, he does.
Wow.
Cody's aware of it, too. He had to give it up a little bit. He's got the better line. We'll see what happens going down here in the back straightaway into 3.
What a race we have here, folks, in the 17-lap shootout following the drop of the green flag after that caution. We went back and looked at that caution, and where it was caused by Jacob Reeves getting into Johnny Baldridge, not 1, not 2, but 3 times just for good measure. But look at that field as they hop out there on the back stretch. Here is everybody is right. Yeah, I got a bunch of guys running 2 wide there, Tracy. The action is heating up as Parker White starts to pull away just a hair by about 2 or 3 car lengths here.
Dip and dive, slip and slide. Look at these guys go. Just send it in there now. There's no saving anything. It's getting racy back there with Cody. Cody's going to lose 3rd if he's not careful. He's racing with Matt Rusi. Rusi's trying to run him clean, but he's running him hard.
Tell you what, we love stepping up the broadcast quality here. I love these new program camera sequences here that was given to us by Fast Racing, courtesy of Ron Walsh. Man, appreciate it. Want to shout you out once again. I know everybody that's watching the broadcast is enjoying these great new camera angles and helps enhance the broadcast here for us at Area 51 here in the Alien Factory broadcast booth.
And hopefully here in the near future, we're going to try to get Ron on the show. So anybody watching want to see Ron, let us know.
Go back, got a wreck going on.
Yes, we do. There's a caution. Oh, business is about to pick up, guys.
Right, check it.
It's going to get better now. Wow.
All right, we're going back to the Alien Factory podcast replay.
22 again?
Octotio, whatever number 9 car was involved with that.
Octavio?
Yeah, he was involved with it. It looked like it started with him getting hit.
You know, it seems like he gets hit a lot, that's for sure. The guy drives pretty nice. Just see what happened here.
No, it was back behind him.
Oh, no, keep on going.
This was where it happened. Yeah, it was all back behind him, man.
On.
Oh no, here we go. Brandon Schmidt slid up a little bit. Oh, there. It wasn't Octavio. It was right in front of him. Looks like they got the same car. It may have been, is that Julio that has the same car paint job? Yeah, I believe it was. Let's go move up. I was watching Julio earlier in the race, Julio Pastor. And if I can find him here on our camera sheet, we will move up to his car. Looks like him
14.
and Brandon Schmidt, or I can just move into Brandon Schmidt's car here. Yeah, we go. Yeah, that was Julio. I believe that was Julio Pastor. Bunch of guys going in the pits right now.
It is definitely Pastor. You can see it on his back window.
Yep.
Wait, he just got him in a little tight. Got him.
Well, I'm just trying to find. It doesn't matter.
When he got loose and slowed up.
Yeah, Brandon Schmidt got a lot of loot. You can see it right here on
the
monitor.
You can see the tire marks.
Yeah, if you guys are watching the monitor, you can see Brandon, and then looks like
Pastor just couldn't let off enough.
Yeah, Pastor just went right into it. It looked like he didn't catch it in time. That's it. Brandon Schmidt sliding down. Whoa! Ooh. Was that net code, or did Octavio just slam his wheel to the left? Looks like net code because his rear end smashed in there. So look at that net code. That was massive net code here for Julian Pastor. Or not Julian Pastor, sorry. That would be Ravanato, Octavio. So who else gets caught up in this?
That was huge net code. Oh my God, you can drive a car through there.
Buttafuoco got caught up in that. hits the wall. And that's about it. Looks like everybody else was pretty clean.
Daniel was having a tough race since he's been out there. He was doing so good too.
Yeah,
one little ding messed his whole race up.
I'm gonna do the blip view, but I think yeah, that was pretty much it. That's all the guys that got damaged. You got Brandon Schmidt. Both of those guys on the same team would be Ron Donato, or
Rondoletto.
Octavio Rondoletto, Brandon Schmidt, and Daniel Botafuco and Julian Pastor, the guys that got damaged from that. Everybody else made it through pretty clean. Here's the blimp view of the same thing we just watched, so you can kind of see what happened there with the cars.
Daniel's going to be our hard charger for award winner. Yeah. He was doing so good.
He's going to be more than that. He's going to be
one last
bad luck, too. Bad luck.
Yeah, one last replay and blip view, and then we're going live again, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, they're getting ready to come around here.
All right, here we go. We are getting ready to go. Parker White, still your leader. Everybody kept their position in the top four, but it looks like Justin R. Smith made a huge gain there. He's now in 5th place, so he gained some positions during that whole ordeal.
I'm wondering if Cody, I wonder if he wanted to start on the inside. So I wonder if he meant to be 3rd, because he was running 2nd or 3rd there for a while. So we'll see. Maybe he'll hold them guys out and get that 2nd position. I don't know if he's got anything for Parker, because we're coming down to 5 to go, guys.
Yeah, this is going to be a wild shootout. Pace car is in, and we are getting ready to go green. There we go. They take off.
Oh,
Parker White takes off. It's a huge jump.
Parker's got an excellent start. Cody's where he wants to be. He's going to box out the John Jenkins there.
Smith saved it. Smith saved it.
I literally just slowed down.
Yeah, it was a lot better for Cody to start out down there in 3rd position. John Jenkins tried to get a run there as he goes in and wanted to get some room on Cody, but Cody's holding his own. He's fending off Matt Rusi, who's pushing really hard behind him. I think they traded a little bit of paint there on the bumpers between Matt Rusi and Cody Trelindy.
Cody's looking a little tight.
Him and John Jenkins. Jenkins, he just slid in front of him. Matt Rusi now looked like he was trying to make a move on Cody and yet falls in behind him. So what a race here.
Yeah, Cody's got his hands full. He can't get off the corner. He just some reason he cannot get off the corner.
Brandon is pushing his way forward.
Yeah, Brandon Schmidt's up to 8th position now. Whoa, he just hit the wall. You can see back there in the back. It looks like several guys are falling way back there.
Parker White, he's got a five car length lead.
He's headed into the pits. They just got hit again there when they was bumping around, and they just got sent way back. Jay Jensen back now. He fell way back as well. He is way back there now in 9th place. Julio.
Looks like we're coming around for a white lap.
And Ricky's coming up for a fight too, looks like.
Yeah, Ricky Uddy fighting there for 15th position. Here we go. So Parker White is out in front. Looks like he's going to be your winner. Then John Jenkins is going to be finished 2nd. Cody Trelindy in a fight with Matt Rusi there for 3rd position.
Good one, Parker.
Coming out of
Rick is bumped in. Rick got involved.
Ricky Udding was in a wreck there. And there you have your winner. Parker White is your winner of the race tonight. John Jenkins, 2nd place. Cody Trelindy finished 3rd. Matt Rusi 4th. And rounding out your top 5 is Justin R. Smith. Let's go back and take a look at what just happened there on the track a moment ago. Looked like Ricky Udding got involved and caught up in something there.
Looked like he was looking for a position and just they're not giving an inch. They're just not giving an inch.
No, not at this point.
Appreciate it, Ricky.
Yeah, let's see what happened here around Ricky. Looks like he was running side by side with the 27.
Johnny, I think blame on that. I just drove it in there too deep. That's my fault. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, he just got this. He just got
the zero car, and then.
Yeah, it looks like this. I'm not sure. It looks like this the custom number 0 car at TikTok car just cut right across Ricky's nose as he started into the turn.
Well, he's gonna have to turn.
Right. Mike, we got any way of getting a hold of Parker or John? I figure Cody will be by.
Yeah, let me
I want Daniel. I want Daniel
I
Buttafuoco.
didn't say anything.
Yeah, maybe we can get Daniel.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just watching it. The 16 got to my inside, and I tried to be the middle car, and I got in. My fault.
Yeah, Ricky apologizing there a little bit.
Yep. Good guy though. At least he stood up for what he did.
Absolutely.
When you only got you go into the checker flag, well, I don't know. There should be a limit how much you want to push out of the way, but it was all not intentional.
Yeah, well, a lot of these guys that aren't regulars here in the Xfinity Open series, I'm gonna have to go do a little looking here for some of these guys. Parker White, he is over here in the Discord here in the official, unofficial Xfinity Be Open Xfinity Discord that Nuno created, and Nuno makes sure he points out that it is not his Discord, that it is everybody's, and he just moderates it and created it there. But I'm going to go ahead here and send an invitation to Parker White to the Alien Factory.
Yeah, hopefully he'll come over. Any luck on John Jenkins? We know how to get a hold of him. What a great race. Great race.
Outside Dan Buttafuoco, he had a strategy. If he didn't have the issue going into pits, but not one time, not two times, not three times, but I think 4 times he had an issue getting in there.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, man. That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
The pit stop. I've never, honestly, man. As long as we've been broadcasting these races here in the Area 51, I've never seen that kind of struggle from a top driver getting through the pits. Like I said, it was at least 3, if not 4, attempts into pit road there by Daniel Buttafuoco.
Parker's in the room now.
Well, let's welcome the winner of the race tonight at the virtual Richmond Speedway, Parker White. Congratulations on an excellent drive tonight. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you. That was actually extremely hard for me because there's thunderstorms in my house, and my dog was trying to bury himself under my pedals. So that's why.
Dude, it's one of those deals where you're hoping there's no power outages, right?
Yeah, but I was all over the place there. I was saving fuel, Cody and John Pitt, and luckily he started doing it after that. So I was just trying to hang on and just keep clutching, and I got a caution because I lost so much time just trying to keep the car going straight, trying to get my dog out of my pedals, but I got lucky with the caution. So
only stuff like that comes out of these interviews at the Area 51 Alien Factory, knowing that you had the dog underneath your pedals. What a great story, man. That's great. And to get the win, too, that's unbelievable. You were driving an excellent race. So was the plan just to ride the whole time, or were you trying to get the lead? What was the story there?
I knew I had a fast car. I was going to try to get around Cody there pretty early on, but then I realized that both Cody and John were just going all out, and I was going to clutch and save fuel and try to make it to the end. So I didn't force any issues on Cody. I just stayed in second and just kept clutching into turn 1, which saved me a ton of fuel. I think I was good by about 2 laps to make it to the end. So if that would have went green, I would have made it on no pit stops, but I don't know if John would have got me or not. I probably could have hung on, but it would have been really close.
Yeah, one time you were 12 seconds ahead.
Well, we were pretty upset. We were pretty upset, probably as much as you were, about that caution coming out, because that was going to be pretty wild, man. We were doing the math in our head. You were about 9 seconds ahead of him when you were staying out. We were trying to calculate, how many tenths of a second per lap they were gaining on you, and it looked like it was going to come down to a shootout at the end. It was going to be close. Our math got him to within a lap or 2 of the end of the race, and so that was definitely going to be interesting how that strategy was going to play out.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing in my head because when they're on fresh tires, they're about a second to a second and a half faster than me, and then right when that yellow came out, he was about half second faster than me, and we had about 20 laps to go, and with him gaining about half a second on me, being 10 seconds back, it would have been extremely close, like you said. But I was just hoping for him to keep falling off, and then our tires would have kind of equaled out. But Yeah, like you
Yep.
said, that would have been really, really close. There at
Yeah,
the end.
and we were talking about that at the beginning of the race, that strategy. Tracy was asking me, what the fuel window was, and I was like, man, you can go the whole way if I think here I've done it before, in a green flag race from start to finish, and it's just a matter of your tires can hold out or not, and whether or not going in for fresh tires, makes up for the fact that you actually took the pit stop. And so we were talking about that at the beginning of the race. So Parker, my question is, was that your strategy going in? Were you planning on staying out, or did you kind of develop that as the race went on?
Yeah, that was kind of my strategy going into the race because earlier this year in C Open, we were able to do it on a no stop, and that strategy usually worked out if the race went green. So I looked at my fuel calculator when we were on the grid, and it said I'd have to save about a gallon of fuel, and that was extremely easy, over 120 laps at Richmond. So all I had to do was just clutch a little bit on entrance to the corner into turn one. It wasn't as effective into turn three just because I'd lose too much time, but it helped a ton into turn one. So I just did that the whole race and stayed behind Cody, and I was going to be good.
Now you say you did that the whole race. Like now, when you're racing close with someone, clutching like that. Now, when you clutch on entry, I've loved saving. I love fuel saving races, man. You clutch early and rolling that clutch where you don't lose a lot of speed on entry. So I guess my question is were you worried much about somebody diving underneath you when you were saving that fuel?
Yeah, I saw in my mirror John was kind of sending it into turn one way more than I was because my breaking point was a little bit before that caution light in turn one, whatever it is, and I was clutching about not halfway down the front stretch, but maybe like maybe three quarters of the way down the front stretch. So, uh, yeah, I was worried about him diving it in, but John usually races clean all the time. I haven't had a single issue with him, and he was really clean, so I didn't worry about him at all, and I had no issues clutching.
Absolutely, and I tell you, you and John and Cody, man, you guys have pulled ahead for a while, and you and Cody as well. You guys were like 1 and 2 for the longest time there for the first like 50, clearing the pit stops there for a while, and Cody led a lot of there at the beginning. You drove patiently right behind him. You're talking about saving fuel there and clutching a lot, planning to go the whole way. But then after that happened, after the pit stops, and you stayed out, and then the shootout there at the end, man, you got a good jump there at the end, and you stayed in front. Were you a bit worried when the cautions started coming out, or were you confident that you could get a good jump off the start and stay ahead?
Well, like I said earlier, I was worried when the yellow came out because of my dog, because right there, yeah, right
Yeah,
there on the restart,
we can't take that dog factor out of the equation.
yeah, like when I got really loose off turn four, I was trying to get my dog away from my pedals because I was dead sideways. I was like, oh shit, well now I'm gonna have to race everyone.
Is that the same dog you got on Discord right here?
No, this is just a random dog I found online.
Well, hey, Parker, man, every time you're in these strength and field races, you want to pop in for a post-race interview, especially if you're on the podium, man. We're glad to have you. You got an invite to the channel now. Appreciate you stopping by. And as always, I always want to give all the people we interview the last word here in the interview and give you a chance to tell everybody who you race for, where they can, if you race for a setup shop, who it is, where they can get your set, and all that good stuff. Anybody you want to thank. So, Parker, any last words, man?
Yeah, I race for North Source Racing, and we have a setup shop called SRD Setups. I wasn't on SRD Setup that race, though. I was on a setup we built, but one of our builders builds setups for SRD every week. They're always really fast, and it's really good baseline to work off of. And I just got to thank you guys for having me in here, broadcasting the race, and that's about it.
Awesome, man. And if somebody wants to go pick up your guys' set, where do they go?
It's at srdsetups.com.
srdsetups.com. There you have it, your race winner tonight in the high strength of field race here at virtual Richmond Speedway. That's Parker White. Thank you for coming in for the interview, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Parker.
We got Cody just showed up too.
Yeah,
as well.
we got Cody here in the Alien Factory broadcast booth. Cody,
I'm glad to have him this week. Last week was tough, Cody. I'm glad to have you here.
I think his feelings were hurt last week, huh?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to pick your battles, and last week was not a good week, so we went to work and tried to get a good finish this week. So obviously it turned out pretty well for us.
Yeah, I was going to say, so was this week redemption for you? Were you coming in here with that mindset of you were going to win and take no prisoners? I mean, that's the way you drove it. I mean, you led for a long time.
Honestly, I was pretty shocked. I actually have a spreadsheet with all the tracks upcoming, and this one was actually in red, so I'm not a huge fan of Richmond. We put in quite a few laps throughout the week, so to run as well as we did, I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, you did a nice job, and it looked like Parker was just riding behind you for a while. Didn't look like he was trying to put any pressure on you. It looked like you were kind of the designated leader there. It looked like between you, Parker, and was it John Jenkins? You guys just kind of set sail and pulled away from everybody. You had a huge lead over fourth place. You guys were kind of ahead of the best of the rest back there. But yeah, you had a nice little fight, and it looked. Did you do anything on the pit stop? I mean, the car looked really good, and then after the pit stops came along, it looked like either the tires didn't come in or whatever adjustment you did was maybe the wrong way. Is that the case? Looked like you got a little tight.
He got into Joey, didn't you? Joey, but Daniel Batapuco going into pit.
Yeah, I got into Daniel a little bit. He was kind of up on the racetrack trying to come to the pits and didn't see him there. But it didn't affect the car any. I didn't make any adjustments on the stop, to be completely honest. We were a little snug out front. But I was able to park it and just kind of keep Parker behind me, which was fine because I was really focusing on those tire savings. I knew he wasn't pushing. I honestly thought Jenkins had the fastest car throughout the race. But just trying to save the tires, manage that. I was able to park it in that clean air and maintain that drive off. But with dirty air, it just kind of put a little bit more emphasis on that snug center that I was having.
Yeah, it looked like you had a hard time getting from center off for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, had the race went green with you leading, would you have gone the whole way, or did you always have the pit stop in place?
Oh, I was coming to pit. So during our testing, we had made some test runs there, and tires, even though they don't wear as much in the actual garage, they feel pretty bad out on the racetrack. So I had it mindset. I wanted to pit earlier, but I didn't want to pit too soon because I didn't want to give them that long run pace. So as soon as John hit pit road, I came the next lap. And then that's how he actually got the lead. That one lap was so much quicker on the fresh tires. He was able to pass us on pit road.
Nice. Good run, bud. That was excellent.
Yeah, hard to get that bite on the outside there when you're trying to get that lead there.
Oh, we got a heck of a run out of 4 one time. I had John under me, and Parker got a little bit sideways off the corner, so kind of went 3 wide and got into Parker. It was crazy. Those restarts are wild.
Parker said he had his dog under his pedals too, so that didn't help out either.
Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, now, Cody, you were, it was interesting. We talked to Parker about the same thing. We talked about his perspective with him being the guy that was staying out and having that 9-second lead, once all that started to clear out, and you guys, you and John had popped there into second and third, and you were trying to catch him, and you guys were pretty much nose to tail. And so we talked to him from his perspective of that countdown, of you guys counting down time. And if there hadn't have been a yellow flag, how confident were you that you guys were going to be able to catch him?
It was going to be really close. I think we might have been there at his bumper. I'm not exactly sure. I was just focused on running my race. I went into this, when you're battling for a championship, you kind of put it in your mindset. You've got one specific guy you got to beat, and we were doing that, and I didn't want to throw that away. So I didn't want to see the caution. Just because we had such a big gap back to fourth, and I knew we didn't have the best short run car, but it would have definitely been close between John and Parker there.
Yeah, and then go ahead, Robert.
So was that caution caused by a payback, Mikey?
I have no. It seemed like it, man. I tell you what, like we went and watched that on the broadcast. Cody, you have to go back and watch it later. But yeah, Jacob Reeves hit Jonathan Baldridge like 3 times in the rear end. They had door banged on the front stretch there because Jonathan Baldridge came up into him a little bit and they scraped some paint. And I don't know if that was payback or what, but he hit him once and got him loose, and he hit him again. And sent him sideways, and then he backed off and hit him again, just the third time for good measure, just to make sure he finished the job.
Well, that kept him in the middle of the track, so he wasn't going to go anywhere. He just stayed in the middle of the track.
So Cody,
facing the right direction.
Last thing I want to ask you about tonight is, man, I tell you what, we got John all geared up here in the bullpen, but man, you and John Jenkins, man, you guys were running tough in those last 2 restarts. I mean, you guys were really fighting there for that second place finish, and I know you didn't want to settle for second. You guys were trying to win the race, but you guys were running a lot of side by side there, real clean. Man, how was that battle for you?
Nerve-wracking because I really didn't want to wreck John. I have a lot of respect for John. He always races me clean. He's super fast. So anytime I can be on the same pace as him, I'm happy. I did get in turn 3 one time and thought I was just going to door him all the way up the racetrack, and had to get way out of it. So one of those guys, I always want to race respectfully and don't want to bang fenders with, just because he is a good dude, races me clean every time. Matt Rucci raced me very respectfully as well. I cut him off a couple times, so had plenty of opportunities to dump me on those restarts.
Yeah, he was right there on your bumper, dude. I think he even scraped it once or twice there going into the turns.
He got me for sure. So it was definitely a battle. It was one of those things where you put yourself in a position where you can lose one spot or you can get wrecked and lose 20. So losing 20 spots isn't good for points. So glad he raced me cleanly and glad we were able to come P3.
All right, Cody. Well, in this interview, we're going to give you the last word, man. Tell everybody like who you are, who you race for, and anybody you want to thank and how to get your stuff.
Like we don't know already, you know.
Absolutely. So Ryko Motorsports, they always put out great cars for us. I think Brandon Hawk, he ran 250 laps with me, I believe, last night. So I always appreciate him. Brad Wright, Joey Brown, Kim Byron. They were all in there cheering us on tonight, so very glad to have them. Got to thank Garza Law Firm for coming on board, Roasted Gems Coffee, and Lone Star Racing for helping us with our short track setup. So if you don't know, you can go to our website and join our Discord and get all the short track setups for free this season. So I got to thank them, and obviously all my teammates for running some laps with me and getting some time on track.
Awesome, Cody. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, I am in that Discord for the short track setups. Thank you, guys. I run some Advanced Legends cars sometimes, and I appreciate the free sets, and I appreciate the sponsors who made that possible for everyone. So, Cody, man, thanks for coming by, and congratulations on your third place finish there on the podium tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys. Congratulations, John.
Yep, good job, buddy.
All right, we have the final person here in the broadcast booth here for post-interview, our post-race interview, and that is our second place finisher tonight on the podium, John Jenkins. Man, heck of a battle with Cody there at the end. What was that like there as you were battling for second place as your second place finish tonight, John?
He pretty much said it. Just try not to bang doors or anything or get anyone out of shape. Just run it clean, run it hard, and see who come out on top. I know Parker was up top, but I had a lot of fun with Cody. Raced him for a while. Super good guy. I appreciate all the kind words he said, and hopefully there's many more races like that.
Yeah, you did a nice job, John. Looked like you were sitting back there riding for a while. Looks like you had them guys in front of you, just kind of logging laps there. You guys pulled away from everybody else. You guys were almost 5 seconds from fourth place, and they had their own problems back there. They were racing pretty hard, but you guys had all settled in, logged some laps, and got through that. How was your car through the night? Did you have to make any major changes or anything like that, or did it stay pretty good for you?
I didn't have to tweak anything on it. I was just riding like I'd slip up or something. I'd drive right back up to him, so I feel like I may have been just a little tick better there on that first stint before the stop. But I was just content riding. I figured I'd try the undercut and jump Cody there. And I got a little bit, about a second and a half on him. And then it was all about getting through traffic cleanly. And some other guys had fresher tires trying to get by too. So just kind of had to manage those things.
Were you having to save fuel as well? I know them guys were talking about saving some fuel.
No, not unless you were trying to run the whole 120 laps on one tank. But
okay, so you had a scheduled stop in there then. You were planning on a scheduled stop?
Yeah, I was going to go right at halfway, and then Cody kept on going, and I didn't want to go too early to where...
your tire fall off?
Yeah, on the second run. I didn't want to have too long of a run.
Right,
So when I pit, I was kind of surprised that he didn't go a couple laps more. But he went directly the lap after, so the tire, all I had to do was conserve tire the first couple laps while he was behind me. That way I didn't burn my stuff up.
Right.
After his cycle. That way he didn't just track me down really fast. But it looked like he was having some trouble in traffic from what I could see on the relative. So I think it would have been pretty close. I don't know about... I didn't even realize Parker was going for the no stop strat until he come out with the lead under the one caution flag there.
Yeah,
he was going a long time.
Yeah, we were watching
Yep.
that. We were talking about that before the race started to see if anybody was going to go for the no stop strategy, because it is possible. And so it was interesting to see as the pit stop started to shake out, and then we saw you and Parker still out there, and we also saw Julian Pastor staying out for a long time too after Cody went in. And so we were just starting to wonder, which guy was going to try to stay out, if any. And it was starting to become pretty evident there about lap 78, 80, that Parker wasn't going in. He had made up his mind. He was staying out.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how far ahead he was after I pit and right before the caution.
Right before the caution, he was 9 seconds ahead, and you guys had, in a couple of laps, had chipped it away to about 8.7 seconds, and we were doing the math, and it was going to come down to a tight finish at the end. It was going to be close to see if you guys could catch him.
He made his mind up. He made his mind up before the race what he was going to do.
Yeah, and so
I thought about it.
So John, let me ask you this: you and Cody and Parker, man, you guys were way out in front. The three of you just running nose to tail, cruising, way out in front on everybody. Before pit stops, you guys had a huge lead. And so, you finished second place tonight. Plus, you were strong on a short run there, and you got a pretty big bucket of championship points here in the strength of field race so far. So I don't know how many more races you're going to run this week, but do you have any tips here? You and Cody and Parker definitely know how to run this track. You got any tips for our listeners tonight?
Basically, the straightest entry you can get while under braking, and just kind of roll the yellow line, try to get a straight exit off, not try to slip the right rear too much, and turn 3 straight braking, and try to get as much as you can on exit without slipping the right rear. That's pretty much it. Your roll center is really big and important part of getting around this place, but all goes out to Nick Ottinger, getting these sets built, and a couple of the sets are actually from the spring race, which I think I had like 7 wins that week and have the Q world record.
Yeah, so you talk about Nick Ottinger being your builder, and this is probably the last going to give, just like give Cody and everybody else, we give them the final word in the interview, and you talk about Nick Ottinger being the builder there. So why don't you tell us about who you're with, how to find you, and any sponsors, anybody you want to thank tonight.
Yeah, you can find Nick, me, and a lot of really good guys in the Elite Industries community. We test every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. when I put my own session up for all the guys that can't get into the other one. And you can test with Nick in the middle of the day, and then you can hop in the later session with
You
myself.
guys have a Discord server or Facebook, or what do you got going on there?
Oh, yeah, we got Elite Performance Industries.
Yeah, how does somebody find you? I guess that's the question he's asking. If somebody has no clue, how do they find you?
You can find Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tyler Payne is the owner, so if you ever want to get in contact with him, you can find him on those platforms.
Yeah, and
I think Oliveira was running your set last week, wasn't he?
Eduardo, yeah, Michigan.
Yeah,
and he's good.
Yeah, you guys have, I think, a few different web addresses that resolve to the same page. I think the one I use is eliteperformanceindustry.com, and then there's another one like epsomething.com.
www.raceepi.com.
Yeah, that's the other one. But both of those resolve to the same website. So either way, they can find you. They can get a link to your Discord. That's one thing that I always like to point out the things that certain shops have that is cool and a niche that they do different and better than everybody else. And I got to throw it out to you. It's your guys' Discord. You can get a link from the website to y'all's Discord. And you have a very active Discord over there. You've always got guys in there helping other people. I've popped in and crashed it and just kind of watched and listened and just to kind of see what y'all do. And yeah, man, that's awesome. So it's definitely a community full of people helping each other. So that's definitely a positive. So yeah, go check out John and the rest of the crew over at EPI. That's one of the web addresses is eliteperformanceindustry.com. John threw the other one up there a second ago to you guys, but go check out their Discord and give them a check. That's the set John was running tonight, and you can give them a check out on that and see if you like what they've got. So, John, anybody you want to thank before you leave tonight, or any sponsors you want to shout out?
I also want to bring up I'm going to put a little stream plug in for myself.
Absolutely.
Xjenko, XJENKO. If you find me on Twitch, the Discord should be linked in my Twitch, and if you're in chat, you just ! race EPI, and it'll send you the website.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to check you out. I love going to Twitch and watching you guys.
Absolutely, and I told Bob Hogue last night on the podcast, John, I said, hey, we're going to plug his YouTube channel. I plug Brandon Schmitz all the time. I will plug yours. We'll plug anybody, because I'm a firm believer in that we should, a rising tide raises all ships, and that the pie just gets bigger. It's not a fixed piece. Like if they watch me, they can still watch you. It's not like if they're watching me, they can't watch you too, And so we're not trying to hog viewers here. We're trying to get everybody to go subscribe to everybody else and just lift everybody in the community up, and appreciate that. So yeah, absolutely. Anytime you want to plug your stuff, go right ahead, man. It's awesome having you. There we go. John Jenkins, our second place finisher. Thank you so much for
John, thanks for stopping by, bud.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Also, thanks Custom Paints and Diecast as well.
Absolutely. Is that where you get your paint jobs?
Yes, sir. Jordan Berry. Been with him for a couple years. He's an awesome dude.
On diecast, can you get your paint job on a diecast?
Yes, sir.
Well,
that's totally cool.
Why don't you tell everybody about that? That's some cool stuff. Plug those guys will appreciate you plugging them before you head out.
Yeah, Custom Paints and Diecast. You can also, in my stream, ! Paints, send you to his Facebook page. He's also on Twitter. I believe it's Jordan Berry, or you can look up Sim Racing Realtor, and you can get a hold of him there too.
Cool deal.
How much does that run? How much does that run on a diecast? Let's say for the B car.
I am not 100% sure. I've not had one done from him. I just had a bunch of paints done. I'd like to get one diecast done, but just message him and see what he can work out with you.
Years ago, I had one done on my truck, done on a diecast on my truck I ran, and I think it was $100. I think, and it was pretty good. It came out excellent.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, I've seen his work. He does a really good job.
Awesome, John. Hey, appreciate you being with us. If you guys want a custom paint for your iRacing car, Xfinity truck, whatever it is you race in iRacing, go check him out. And also, if you want a die-cast model made of your iRacing car, he can do that too. Go check him out. John, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me in here.
Absolutely. Well, guys, there you have it. That is our broadcast here from the Richmond Speedway here in virtual Richmond. What do you got, Robert? You're not.
No, I'm not. When I ever hear WWW, this is what comes through my mind is Worldwide Wrestling.
Mike has some experience in that.
Yeah, I'll be dropping elbows from the top rope on you, Robert. There we go.
Robert, you don't want none of that, Robert.
Hey,
no, but that's what I think.
Save that for Sunday nights.
Listen, our broadcasts keep growing better and better every week. The quality is going up. Like, again, thank Ron Walsh for shooting me those cam wrangle packs that we were used tonight during the race. That was awesome. Not only is the quality going up, everybody here in commentary and the team, you guys are awesome. The commentary quality, all of everything we're doing is going up. And not only that, but you guys watching right now, you're tuning in. We've had 56 viewers tonight live while the race has been going on. And that's not to count all the viewers we get after the race. A lot of the guys in the race go and view it afterwards and thank us for doing it. But 56 viewers during the race is probably our biggest viewer count so far on a live Monday night Strength of Field broadcast. So man, this is awesome. You guys have been great who come in and support us. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. We have all kind of cool, great content, including our Alien Factory podcast and all the great how-to setup videos and all kind of stuff, how to set up your equipment, and all kind of cool on-demand content that we have up on the channel. I want to run down our unofficial Area 51 results here. Go to iRacing.com to get the official results by iRacing as they do their tabulations. But here's what we have. We have the first place finisher we heard from already tonight, Parker White. Second place, John Jenkins. Third place, Cody Trelindy. Fourth place, Matt Rusi. Fifth place, Justin R. Smith. Sixth place, Spencer Kosowicz. Seventh place, Brandon Bonner. Eighth place, Barrett Bonner is in seventh. Sorry. Eighth place, Brandon Schmidt. Ninth place, Octavio Rondoletto. And in 10th place, Jay Jensen. That is your top 5 finishers tonight in this race. And Tracy, I finally got Octavio's last name right, man.
Yes, you did. Yeah, closing out the Richmond virtual race track here. What a great show. What a great show. Those guys ran away and just did what they needed to do and got the top 3. So congratulations to all our winners. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week. That's for sure. This is really getting good. The ball's just starting to roll.
Absolutely, Trace. And like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. The bell icon gets you notified anytime we put up new content on the channel. And always check out that description down below. There's all kind of goodies down there for you guys. We got an affiliate link. We've got a promo code for a discount. We got 3 places you can get free setup. So always go down, hit that show more button down for the description, pull it out, expand it out, and see all the goodies that we leave down for you guys in the description in each and every video that we put up. So for myself, Mike Howerton, Robert Cook, Scooter, Scotty Stevens, and the Admiral himself, Tracy Rumschlad, that's the entire crew here in the broadcast booth. For all of us, we appreciate you being with us. And as always, we will see you in the next one.